Hey, welcome to the Greg Sterlace Show, the non-Greg Sterlace Show with your host, the Pamazon.
That's me.
Woo!
Except only the substitutes. How come? Where's our Chirons?
Yeah, what's going on?
Do you know Chiron's a planet, asteroid, or it's some little thing floating around in space?
My favorite celestial body is Phobos, the moon
Phobos.
of...
Oh, there we go.
I think it's an
One of
asteroid,
the moons
Chiron.
of
It's
Mars?
Mars?
Yes.
I think it's Mars.
Phobos and Deimos.
Sorry, he
Did
farted.
Leonardo let out a bomb?
He did. He bombed. He's been bombing all the time.
Oh, I
He's
smell
so
it.
bad.
Disgusting cat.
Oh, golly.
Oh, hi.
He's so tiny.
hi.
How does he do that? Oh, there's Sean. Hello, John.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Ooh, I look very pale on that screen. On this one, I'm okay.
Oh, man, I like your new Chiron.
Yeah, ooh, I like it. Yeah. It looks like an old-timey gum or cigarette thing.
Yes. Your Chiron is delightful.
When to smoke Lucky Strikes? When you develop smoker's lung? When you have a cold? Things like that, yeah.
Sorry.
This is so much more soothing for my smoker's lung.
It's yeah. Smoking is rough.
It's gross. I used to like cigarillos occasionally, but they're gross.
My mom used
If I
to
was going to
smoke,
smoke,
and
I'd probably smoke cigars.
I used to like see those commercials about how you're gonna die, and so I'd start crying, and I'd grab my little sister and drag her over, and I'd be like, "It's fine," and then my sister would be like, "I don't know why she's crying." Wow! My mom would just be like smoking her cigarette.
Oh,
like,
no.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, no.
But she stopped smoking. It worked.
Well, that's
it
good.
worked. It fucking worked.
Well,
Something
there you
worked
go.
one
Something-
time.
one of those
One
things
time
worked.
something worked.
I think my mom's still around just because she smokes and drinks excessively, so she's like smoked and pickled all at the same
Oh.
time. It's like have you ever seen Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Oh, yes.
The guy Live Long Like Conway, the like dirty guy who flies the biplane, and he's like super and he like eats garbage and like breathes smoke. Yeah, that's
I once did a fascinating interview with
Yeah.
the creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's on the internet somewhere.
that's exciting.
Yes, it's very fascinating. I got to ask him where the sitar came from that Muriel would play, and I think he said it was one of the writers on the show. She was really good at sitar, and so she would just play the Muriel parts. I love Courage the Cowardly Dog, and he's one of my favorite cartoonists. If you check out the stuff he does outside of Courage the Cowardly Dog, it's really good. Like on his website, the stuff he does for film festivals and stuff, it's fascinating.
So you've got something in your hand there. What could that be?
I would just like to show this to everyone. This is Heartman #1, sent to me by David Libe Hart himself. He also did this glorious, strange comic book, and I just wanted to put it out on TV and thank him for it. And I highly advise anyone look this up. I do believe you could download it for free.
What's the name of it? Just Heartman?
Heartman #1.
Number 1.
If you don't know David Libe Hart, he's a strange, interesting, unique performer. He's a puppeteer, singer, songwriter, and he's a unique kind of guy. He's also got a lot of content. He does stand-up comedy. It's weird, but it's entertaining. And I just thought I'd give a shout out to David for thanking him for that wonderful comic. It's a wonderful comic. Yeah, every page is drawn by different artists. I believe it's a collaboration of 68 artists or something. It's really cool.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of people.
If they had me in a collaboration, it'd just be one panel finished and the rest that just said, too lazy, fuck it. Sorry.
You can say fuck all you want. It's okay.
Because the motherfuckers don't know, motherfuckers don't know.
Oh, we can't do that? Okay. All right. It's delightful.
You just wait till...
So we can't say it? We can do the Battlestar Galactica frack. Frack.
Wait, the Battlestar Galactica, frack, and then there's Farscape, frel, and there's a couple more.
I never finished Farscape.
I did, and then I cried.
I didn't like it that much. I loved it. Everybody gets
I don't
mad
know
at me.
Farscape. I never heard of
Judging you harshly.
I know. If I was honest, I'd be judged harshly.
I know RuneScape.
What happened?
RuneScape?
Yes.
Oh, you mean the like 3D JavaScript game where you just like mine gold and then die?
Yeah. I played it but got bored pretty fast within like less than a month.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's been on the internet for like 20 years now.
Yeah, it's been out there.
Farscape is like it's a sci-fi with like
Jim
Henson. Jim Henson did the puppets.
Yeah,
yes.
Jim Henson did the puppets and the animatronics and stuff. Yeah.
Then I probably at least heard of it.
I really like it, and it's like kind of like cheesy and comedic, and it's about an astronaut that slowly goes insane over the course of the series, like from probably slightly unstable to start with to super cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah.
One more thing.
But it wasn't a U.S. thing, right?
No, it was Australian,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
David Bowerman is the guy who.
This comic. This is going to be a guest issue in my series Papaya Jollies, which everyone can read for free on Captain Kirk Records if you've never seen them. But this one won't come out till February because I've drawn so many ahead of time that this one won't come out till later. But I just thought everyone, if you don't know, I do a comic strip weekly on Captain Kirk Records. Sorry, I should have pointed that out.
Oh no, that's good. Hype
it up.
Hype it
I
up.
didn't know you did that now.
Oh yeah, I've been doing. Yeah, I'll just have to show it to you. I've been doing it for. I don't know. I don't read them once I put them online.
Okay,
I forget it's there half the time.
I knew about the Hula Girl stuff, but I didn't.
It stars the Hula Girl characters, but it's more loose. It can be sometimes it's just random characters. It's just it's a comic strip. It's not like a story or anything. It's like a weekly to everyone.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's very nice.
Well, we wanted to do some voiceover ones to show frames.
Yes, we got to do that.
Oh,
we can get
like Captain Babyman and whatever.
Yes,
yeah.
like Captain Babyman by Wies Von Claw, who you can find online. Captain Babyman.
I'll do voiceover acting with you.
There you go.
Yes.
You got it.
I can't do the Popeye laugh though.
Oh, that's okay. Other Popeye-like characters.
I always thought Hula Girl.
Oh, I can do it.
You just did it, yeah.
Yeah.
You what?
I always thought Hula Girl was kind of like Popeye. She eats eats some meat and she gets giant muscles and just beats up people. But like, there's no real.
I like the one she puts somebody into the ground like a tent peg.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, Hula Girl's kind of like Popeye. She's just like, I just like the idea of you eat something, you get super strong and just beat people up. Oh, Popeye's such a great character. He's just an old man that eats spinach and beats people up.
I never really thought of him that way, but now you say that, I like him better.
Yeah.
Also, Mae Questel, who did the original Betty Boop voice and had a very long career. When the person who did Popeye's voice got sick, she took over.
As Popeye?
Yeah, so some of the Popeyes are a woman.
Oh, I did not know that.
Is that the ones where Popeye's a little bit higher pitched?
It must be.
Yeah.
Well, she did olive oil, so she was just like, I'll do them both.
I love Popeyes.
She was in National Lampoon's Christmas, the aunt, the really old
yeah.
aunt. Yeah, that was Mae Questel, who was the original Betty Boop. Crazy.
Oh, I love the Betty Boop
Oh,
cartoon.
yeah.
Betty Boops
They're
are
so great.
I think Betty Boops are. All the pre-code ones are amazing, and Popeye is really great too. But a lot of Popeyes were made after the code, so I don't think they're as good. But
I like some of the Popeyes where they made the real sets and then they
those
panned
are amazing,
along them
where they
and
would,
then
like,
did the
animate
cells in it.
with
Yeah,
the 3D,
they do the animation cells on top of
I have
film of
not seen these.
of
they're
them
amazing.
panning along like a
Oh,
pool.
wow.
And
Okay.
Popeye be swimming in the pool, and then there'd be the pool and the surrounding area would all be done in miniature. They'd be panning along it.
I have not seen these.
Yeah, they're really great. Yeah.
Wow, those sound great.
it's amazing. I love those. And then Popeye originally came from a comic strip, which I never read, which I think came out 15 years before. I think it came out 1917 or something. But I've never read those. I like the cartoons, but I know he's from Thimble Theater, which I think still runs.
Yep, that's where I'll gladly pay you tomorrow for a cheeseburger today.
Yes.
Yeah, Wimpy.
Oh,
came from,
yeah.
And also Olive Oil. Olive Oil was the star character. Popeye didn't come in till 10 years later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Wow.
Yes.
I'm not going to try it again. I don't think I can do it twice.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you get it in your head and you can do it, and then you try and do it again, and you're like, oh, I don't have control of that.
No, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
Were you trying to do Flapjack there?
Oh, I love
Captain Knuckles!
Oh, I love Flapjack so much. I love that guy's voice.
Flapjack is voiced by the creator, and you see the
He's
creator.
so
he's
burly and hairy, and
hairy
he's got
guy.
tattoos.
Yeah, and
I like it. Yeah.
and you think he's doing a voice, but he's not. That's just how he
He
talks.
talks.
I do
Hi,
not know.
Captain. I know. Why does he sound
I
like
don't
that?
know who
I don't know.
Flapjack
It's like
is.
somebody
I gotta
punched
show you.
him in the
It's
throat
okay.
or something, and he's like, "I right now, speak like this.
Why does he talk like that? I've always wondered.
I do like to go on the archive.org and go through the old cartoons.
Yeah, those are pretty great, yeah.
Because the one section, there's a huge section where there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of vintage Russian cartoons, and they're very amazing. Yeah, I've downloaded a bunch of them.
Are they all about the bear?
There's a lot of bears.
Are they strong
There's no
like a bear?
shortage of bears. There's plenty of bears. But they're all really different, too. Like, the animation styles are really interesting.
This cartoon called Bear on Ball.
There's one where it's like a claymation thing, but they're
I love that one you showed me.
Yeah, the space people, yeah.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know exactly the one you're talking about. I think I've seen it.
I might have shown it in class because I thought it was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So cool, yeah.
Back in the day when you'd be like, okay, I'm going to download the MPEG 2 version because that's the highest quality available, and that'll only take about a day.
About a day, yeah.
I could download the XVID file, but that'll look like
Yeah.
Another fascinating thing to watch is like 60s North Korean cartoons. Now those got weird.
Oh, I am not aware of those.
I wasn't until not that long ago. They're on YouTube and they're just bizarre.
Huh.
They would like kidnap animators from Japan
What?
and like, force them to like make these like cartoons. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, that's the history behind them.
Well, who smuggled the cartoons out, and why would you want to?
I don't know. I don't know how they got released onto the internet.
It's hard enough to get out of there. Why would you want to try and bring ancient propaganda cartoons with you?
I
mean, maybe for context, but
I don't know. Interesting fact: the guy who wrote Tiny Toon's biography, who I know real well, he keeps going to North Korea to like write about it. I think he's crazy. I wouldn't want to go there.
I mean, I guess it's important to write about that stuff, but you know, those people are a lot braver and or care less about being alive than I do.
Yeah, I'd be totally terrified.
I mean, I went to Belarus, which they don't like Americans. They kick them all out, but they let me in to play music. But it's not like North Korea. Like they haven't hurt anybody or anything, you know?
Yeah, not on an official capacity.
Not in any official capacity. But yeah, I don't know.
That's still pretty scary, Belarus.
So what's this? What is this comic you draw? When is it? I heard it, but
Papaya Jolly is it's just it's usually stars characters from the Hula Girl like main series, but a lot of times it's just random any kind of characters I just came up on the spot for that issue. It's just a gag, a weak comic, you know.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it's real surreal.
I didn't hear all of it the first time. I don't know why.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean you were loud enough. I just spaced.
Oh. Space.
I've been doing the Inktober drawings, or I've been trying to. I started early so that I'd be able to get them all done.
Isn't that called cheating?
Yeah, it is called cheating. But you know what? I never get it. Also,
Motivation?
Also, a lot of people do them in advance and post them per day, or they'll like do them in like a big load and then like unload them all at once for different days. And I was trying to like redirect that because it sounded like it was going to go down a bad.
Oh, you got some pictures too.
Yeah, I got some.
Oh, show them.
Doodles. So this is the first one I've done for, and they're just in lined paper because I just started on that, and then all I had on me at the time was ruled paper and a ballpoint pen, and so it's become a theme of the
glorious.
Ooh, 'tis lovely.
Glorious, victorious.
Nice. Show them all.
I'm working on it.
Oh, they're in different notebooks.
They're in different notebooks. Yeah. Here's today's.
This is my favorite so far. Oh. Damn, Leo.
I like that one too. I like the lettering is very good.
The lettering is excellent, which is a very underrated skill, I think.
I agree.
Yeah. And there's I really never liked doing it, and then my sister started doing like sign painting, and she was like
cat.
really, really good at it, and I was envious, so I started getting better at the lettering.
Oh, there you go.
And I haven't drawn any more specifically for that, but this is I just kind of want to show off this one thing that I did do. Oh God, Leo! Oh, that's terrible.
You smell it now? It's bad.
Oh,
it's bad.
There's one thing I did do that I just thought was funny. I want to do a series of these, like sending pictures to you guys in low quality, and then have you say what you think they are.
Okay.
Because I drew this tower.
Yes. A lovely tower.
And what did you think it was,
What's the
John?
image? Yeah.
Perhaps it looks a bit like... Well, I'll let Mae reveal that here. I thought it was this creature, this delightful, terrifying creature of a Nahual variety.
An anguished narwhal.
An anguished Nahual. Or whatever.
And I could not draw it, and then I drew it, and I sent it to him, and he's like, "Oh my God, you drew exactly what was
Literally,
in my head,
that's
like
exactly.
exactly."
It was true.
Hive mind. Also, how can something that's only 7 pounds make such a ferocious stink?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I had, yeah.
It's bad.
It's so bad, I'm just gonna blame mine on him from now on.
There you go. You're like, Leonardo, bad kitten, bad.
Have you ever? There's this really dumb joke my sister used to love to tell. So this guy goes over to his family's, his girlfriend's families for dinner, and they're all like real fancy and like, upper class, and they're at dinner, and he's really gassy, and he's trying to like squeak one out without anybody noticing, and he does. And then the mom turns around and looks at the dog and goes, "Duchess!" And he goes, "Great, they think it's the dog," and he's just like ripping him left and right. And at the end of the night, he lets one last out, and she looks over at the dog, goes, "Duchess, get away from that man. He's disgusting."
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Damn it, Duchess.
That's a good story.
Oh. Guys, as you know, I'm just braiding my hair very badly on the cameras because I don't actually know how to braid.
I think you're twisting your hair. But
Yes,
it's all right.
well.
It's
No, that's part of my process. You twist it and then you braid it.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I don't actually know how to braid, so yeah. But it's become a hairstyling TV show.
Mae knows how to braid.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I just gotta get my hair so it's not a rat's nest.
That was
You guys called me over. I forgot it was today, and I've been drawing and like at the breakfast bar, and I kept putting my hair in the coffee. So
Oh yeah, I put mine in the sour cream earlier.
Oh, speaking
It's
of
all right.
rats, has anyone ever seen a rat king? Those are terrifying.
a
You mean
rat
like
king?
outside of the Nutcracker?
No. Like a rat king is this terrifying monstrosity where like a bunch of rats get their tails entwined together, and they're just like this become like one moving entity.
Really? That's a thing?
Yeah, look up rat kings. They're terrifying.
That sounds made up.
Power of Google.
Dudley, Google us.
I have no Google powers up here.
I do not either.
Behold the magical empowerings of the Google.
Google,
Go.
tell us Google.
Go, 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 go. Oh, you did that very fast.
Go,
go.
That reminds me. We should watch
Sci-Fi
Sci-Fi Saturday.
Oh, Sci-Fi Saturday.
Oh my God!
is
Oh my
you
God,
missed
there's
some
so much
amazing
amazing
stuff.
stuff.
Star Maidens.
I think I've seen that.
Have you seen it?
Star Maidens is absolutely wonderful.
And Captain Isotope is like
Captain
a local
Isotope
sci-fi.
Is literally the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's pretty bad.
What if he's watching us right now?
Captain
and
Isotope, you have the magic of a green screen. Have more than one room. There's just a chair in there. I'm sorry. Up the game a little. You can draw more than one image.
It's true.
Especially if you're broadcasting at NTSC or like
Yeah,
whatever.
right. Because I don't think
'cause
that's
then all you have to do is find 640 by 480 images.
Yeah.
It was one badly drawn like window with some like blackness out there and it's be space. It's like, I'm sorry.
Maybe that's the point. I used to watch this guy called on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. iTunes, when you got podcasts through iTunes, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called The Cult of UHF, and it was a guy who was like pretended to be like the Pope of the Cult of UHF, and he'd like
Don't
wear the
change
whole
that
Pope.
channel. We got it all
delightful.
on UHF.
Yes.
true.
I love that movie so much.
It's a delightful movie.
Yeah, I love all the weird sci-fi. We watched UFO, which I like. That's the woman with the weird purple wigs.
Intro.
I like the one
yeah.
where it was the real bad FBI files. And
See, I didn't see that one because I was
The
doing something.
UFO is coming for us.
UFO. Yeah, they say UFO instead of UFO. They say
But then they were
UFO.
then they were calling it a UFO.
Then
and
some
they would
people
call it a
random.
UFO.
Then UFO. I also like when they say robot.
Robot.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
Some
on
of-
old time sci-fi too.
Yeah, robot.
Take my
Robot.
commands. Robot.
I know.
Robot, come over here. It's like they're like, it's a new word. I don't know how to say it. It clearly must be pronounced like rabbit, but with an O.
They put like
Robot.
Yeah, they ignored the O. They
Robot.
put their own U.
Well, as you know, I was when I was going down to one time I picked up a Johnnism. I think I accidentally said "as you know" there.
As you know.
I was on my way down
know.
south once, and I was on the bus, and my phone died. And I asked somebody to use their phone. I think I've said this before. This woman was like, we were like in Tennessee, and I was like, "Can I use your phone?" She's like, "Say phone again." You're all like, "Boon." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's PHONE, not PHINE."
Fine.
Man, I remember that. Yeah, I was at a down south too, and I was trying to order grits, and she was like, no, it was beans. She said, I couldn't figure out what she was saying. She said, and then she spells it out, B-A-I-N-S, beans. I don't remember. This was 20 years ago.
Beans with that.
All I remember is about food in the South is the biggest bowl of hominy I've ever seen,
Hominy?
and
What's
being
hominy?
like, it's kind of like grits.
I was somewhere where they had brains, which
What's
Is
a
it head
grit?
cheese?
no like fried brains and stuff from animals, and I was like, I don't think I'm eating that. Prions don't die. He doesn't kill prions. I'm not eating
I mean,
that.
not at any level where it's still tasty.
Right, where it's still like not a
Prion.
fine powder.
Yeah, or like,
Prions are what causes like mad cow disease and all those sort of diseases.
I got
And I was like, yeah, no, you guys can have your brains. Yeah,
Yeah, have your brain.
I don't want that.
you want some of our brains too?
There's a whole X-Files based on that.
Yeah. Ooh, the creepiest X-Files though, I think, is Home.
The one where she's under the bed?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the creepiest one that's meant to be kind of comedic is that one.
That's where the mom's under the bed,
Yeah,
right?
and she's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they roll her out, yes.
Yeah.
I like the one, I always get the name wrong. Claude? Brockman's Final Repose.
Oh, yeah,
Where he's
that
the
one's
psychic
so good,
insurance
yeah.
salesman.
Yeah.
Peter Boyle. I love that one.
Such a good one.
I feel that it's so much better than any other X-Files. That all the other ones are like, it's way up here, and the others are like kind of down here, and then there's a bunch down here.
Yeah.
The
sort
X-Files
of like the
pyramid.
Matrix trilogy, where the first one's a really good, like, sci-fi action movie that has hints of story, and the second two add a lot of story, but like it's not cohesive with the action, and maybe by standards of certain action movies they're okay, but they're
Yeah.
so bad compared to the
Yeah.
first one.
I also like, I don't know, no one ever remembers this one. Remember when they go in the woods and they get trapped and there's all those bugs?
Oh yeah.
And
oh
the
my
lights,
God.
they
oh
will
my
come
God.
in the lights,
That is
they're
so
trying to
scary.
keep the
That's
lights
season
on.
one. That's
Yeah.
so scary.
That is
absolutely
that
the
one is
scariest.
very terrifying for me because I'm terrified of some insects, not all insects, but you know the idea that and they're like huddling in the light and you can see the bugs and the edge trying to get in to get them.
yeah.
Oh boy.
But it dates itself pretty quickly because they're like trying to keep like, using a gas generator to try and keep 160-watt light bulb going, and it's like, you know, like
Yeah.
go out to the car and get the battery back up. You know, like
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still good. That episode
Yeah.
scared the bejesus out of me. I was like, what the
yeah, no. To this day, it just gives me the creepy crawlies.
Yeah. That
This
was
is
a
the
creepy one.
season for that stuff too. Like I feel
It
like as
is.
soon as October hits, the rest of winter is Halloween for
Somebody
me.
told me it's supposed to be fucking 80 degrees on Saturday. What the?
No, how am I supposed to watch creepy movies and feel spooky if I don't feel cold?
If I'm sitting there sweating my ass
Right?
off, I am not amused. 80 degrees?
No,
What? What?
that's not cool.
No,
literally.
it's not. It's not cool, literally, figuratively,
Anyway,
in any way you slice it. That is wrong. It is my time.
It's
It's cool times now. Cool times. All the hot people had their hot times. It's time for the cool times, people.
I like both, but I get tired of both. So
Do ya?
I'm
Okay.
like, yay, it's getting cold again.
give me some nice in betweens. I don't want it to be like so cold and frozen, but I also don't.
You want fall.
Yeah, give me fall or spring.
I kind of
Okay.
think sometimes
Well,
when it's
around November, you'll get your fall.
I sometimes think when it's really, really cold, like those super zero below days, it's It's a test of my will, and I'm up to that fucking test.
Yeah, and you're
I
like,
will-
you bundle up and you go do
yeah.
all your stuff, and then you get home and you sit down and you're like, why am I so tired? It's like my body has been expending a bunch of energy trying to keep itself alive or something.
Right.
Cold is also easier to deal with than heat. Like, heat just slows you down. Cold, it's like, even if it's brisk and annoying.
I'm so cold I have to move quickly.
Yeah.
And then you get inside and fall asleep. Yeah.
Like, 0 degrees sounds way better than 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, I agree with that. I
have
agree.
this friend
I agree.
who's Australian. She lives in outside of Sydney, and she was talking about how it gets so cold there in the winter, and it was like I don't know, like in the teens degrees, and like converted it because I used to have the conversion in my head, but I haven't been using it, so I like. It went away. So I went on Google and I converted it. It's like 35. I'm like, she's like, it gets so cold. I'm like, you're cute.
Yeah,
It gets like 10 degrees hotter there in the summer and not even remotely as cold.
I had played in Columbus, Ohio, and
Yeah.
went to this party afterwards, and these dudes were like talking to me about Buffalo. Like, yeah, the one guy's like, yeah, we get snow here, and his friend's like, no, dude, shh, don't say anything. And the guy's like, once we got a foot.
Where was
like-
this?
And Columbus, Ohio, I'm like, once we got 7 feet in an hour.
Yeah, and this little town called what is it? Oswego, down farther, got 11 feet one year.
Yeah, right, yeah. And then the guy's like, oh, you're from Buffalo. Oh my God, is that where Buffalo wings came from? They was like, shut up, you sound like a hick. And I'm like, that one's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Buffalo.
I didn't know buffaloes had wings.
Their wings.
I would not eat wings off of buffalo. It'd be all huge and meaty and like, ugh.
Like you just get one on a plate, it'd be like a Fred Flintstone thing. It'd be like,
Yeah,
boom,
it'd be gigantic
and your car.
gross.
You'd have to share with all your friends.
You're just like all your friends like,
gnawing
and
on
it's
it.
finger food. So you're just like,
You ever see when they eat like tuna fish eyes and it's like the size of
What?
a plate?
Ah!
It's so gross. Yeah, it's so gross.
Wait, what did you just say?
I don't want to
When
eat
you-
anything that has
When you
vitreous
see, like,
humor.
tuna fish eyes and like people eat them in like Japan. It's like the size of a plate. It's so
What?
gross.
My
look,
my
it's
my friend Kai's
They serve
dad.
it up like pie. It's so gross.
My friend Kai's dad, I'd stay over sometimes, and he liked to snack on fish eyes. He was like a stereotype of a Japanese businessman, and his mom was like a stereotype of a lazy, kind of like sedentary, larger American. And they're both very, very nice, but they were kind of like stereotypes of like their respective. And he liked to sit down and like eat, like pop fish eyes into his mouth and like pop them. And I was like,
I was in class and this girl was eating something, and I looked and I was like, what is that? And there were all these it was a bag of little dried fish, and they're all like, meh, with their little, And she's like, try some. And I'm like, I'm not going to be a wuss. I tried them.
I mean,
They were coated in sugar. It was dried fish coated in sugar. And then, like,
See,
my
I
other
still
student
think it could
tried
be
it.
good.
No, my other student tried it, and I was like, that tastes like cat food. I was like, how do you know what cat food tastes like? My other student's like, I tasted cat food. It tastes like cat food.
well, I don't know.
You think it would be good?
I still think it could be good
Wow,
because
no.
I like ham, like honey roasted ham and like barbecue stuff. Like it's all sweet.
But it
sweet
was like
meats.
a crunchy
Well, not
sugar
sweet meats.
coating, man. On
I don't know.
fish.
God, that's gross.
I like calamari, and I
don't
like
like calamari. I
don't
deep
like
fried calamari, so I might like
tastes
it.
Like anything to me.
I like squids and octopi and cuttlefish.
I like cuttlefish.
Oh, I like them so much.
Try and
I
cuddle with a
I
cuttlefish.
know it's not CUDDLE, but it should be.
Right, like ACD doesn't mean Australian cattle dog; it means Australian cuddle dog. Yeah.
There you go. See, it should be. Damn it.
Don't want to give me a hug, there, mate. I'm terrible. Australian accent.
Blue healers are like somebody who's like, we need a dog that can work, but we also want to look like somebody put a corgi on stilts and try to paint it like a raccoon.
It's
There's all sorts of cute critters at the thing we played this weekend.
oh, those are so
Back
cute.
And I did a hick
Oktoberfest,
accent
yeah.
instead of an
And our
Australian
wonderful
one.
looks match, kitty
And
cats.
the kitties that look like each of us respectively.
Yes.
There's many cute puppies.
Oh, that
Where was
oh,
this?
that would be cute.
They were from the pound.
Oh.
There was
Pound
a
puppies.
tiny little pit bull puppy.
show them the
Well, it was
80s.
full grown. It was itty bitty though.
Stuffed animals. Thank you very much.
Well, there was both.
Well, everybody had tie-ins then.
Yes, that's true.
Hey, call or text
Uh-huh.
us.
We hope you had a great time tonight, folks, and please give us a call or text.
Yeah, you might see us respond to your text on the show. Maybe we could just ignore it too.